99wefm.com. WeFM News online on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Hello, Carnival. Nice to see you again. Hey people, this is Ezra the Fun Machine and I'm calling all revelers, carnivalists and bacchanalists. Let me tell you, take a loan of $3,000 or more for your costume and pay only $340 per month with Court's ready cash. Plus, you get to enter to win your loan back. That's right! Pay $0 down and nothing for the first 30 days. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, pay slip, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Court Already Cash location today or contact your Carnival band for more details. Experience Carnival 2024 with Court's Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply. Aye, aye, aye.
Welcome back to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Rajiv Gonsalves is currently involved in discussions pertaining to the possible establishment of a national orchestra here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Prime Minister, during an appearance on WeFM's Issue at Hand program on Sunday, said that along with the establishment of the national orchestra, the overall advancement of the teaching of music in SVG was discussed. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
Just want to announce that I've been involved in a discussion with many persons who are interested for us to establish a national orchestra and to advance the teaching of music at a much higher level than we do. And I think we're going to see something like this shortly happening. Of course, we are building some infrastructure, like what we're going to do at Bellevue and what we're going to do in Peterborough and what we're going to do at Trumuka. And in Kingston, we will get to that one up at where the old port is, to build a particular facility there in this cultural field.
That was the Prime Minister Dr. Rajiv Gonsalves speaking on WeFM's Issue at Hand program. The cultural artistic hub and market for craft and agricultural products in Bellevue is expected to promote SVG's craft, handicraft, cultural and creative industries, making important contributions towards boosting tourism and the economy, while also supporting health and well-being, promoting social inclusion, and enhancing social capital. The general public here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be sensitized on the importance and the purpose of the government printery. This will be done via a hosting of a week of activities from June 3rd to 7th, dubbed Printery Week 2024. Government printer Errol Comijong said that the week of activities will be kick-started with a church service. Also included in the week of activities will be a one-day internship at the printery, exhibitions, prize competition, and more the API reports. As Mr. Comijong noted that the government printery, which was established in 1844, has made immense contributions to the public over the years, he encouraged the members of the public to come and support the government printery's week of activities. He said that it is hoped that through these activities, the public would be better informed about the levels of contributions that the printery has made to the government, charities, and statutory bodies. Still on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Rajiv Gonsalves says that there is no basis for the claims made on a billboard erected by the main opposition, the New Democratic Party, the NDP. The NDP's billboard displays last year's homicide count of 52 while claiming that crime in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is out of control. However, the Prime Minister, during his recent appearance on WeFM's Issue at Hand program, challenged this, noting that many persons residing in SVG do not feel unsafe. We hear more from Dr. Gonsalves.
You ask people in St. Vincent and Grenadines, they tell you that they feel safe. I've always said that one murder is one murder too many, and that this issue of the homicides, everybody knows that the origins of this, they are complicated. It relates to family. It relates to the family situation, the community, schooling, influence of the churches. And then, of course, are the state institutions as effective as they should be, the law courts, the police, and so forth. But the police and the law courts come in relation to arresting and detention and punishment and the like. But the impulse going to commit the crime comes elsewhere.
That was the Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves speaking on WEFM's Issue at Hand program. Prime Minister Gonsalves says that the billboard was put up to coincide with the arrival of journalists and tourist agencies from around the globe for Sandals Star Advisor Recognition Star Awards. However, the NDP's parliamentary representative for the East Kingston constituency, Fitzgerald Bramble, on an earlier edition of the Issue at Hand program, had denied that, saying that the billboard is just part of the New Democratic Party's varying of their messaging strategy. On to news in the region. The government of Jamaica is exploring strategies to ease the overcrowding of the country's jails. This was announced by Jamaica's Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Horace Chang, who said that the state is considering alternative solutions to manage low-risk prisoners to tackle the overcrowding of lockups at local police stations. In noting the challenges, Chang said while the government has focused on other priorities, the issue is now gaining attention from the constabulary, the judiciary, and senior police officers, and so all stakeholders have to now focus their attention on solving the problem. According to Loop News, the overcrowding of Jamaica's police lockups has been a long-standing issue, which has seen police personnel, attorneys, and civil society groups advocating for improvements to be made. Persons held in lockups, too, have also detailed their experiences on social media and via the traditional media, during which they complain of cells being infested with cockroaches and other pests. Barbados' Minister of the Environment and National Beautification, Blue and Green Economy, Adrian Ford, has disclosed that $4.3 million has been allocated to build a fisherman's community center and a boat park at Concert Bay, St. John later this year. Ford said this is to enable fisherfolk to repair and carry out necessary maintenance on their fishing vessels. He was speaking at the launch of Barbados' newest festival, Barfish, the 2024 Barbados Fisherfolk Festival, which took place at the Barbados Fisheries Division on Princess Alice Highway. The minister further mentioned that plans are underway for the building of new slipways later this year for hauling in and launching fishing vessels at Pile Bay, St. Michael, and Western St. James. Meanwhile, Barbados' Chief Fisheries Officer, Dr. Shelley Ann Cox, stated that during the 2024 Barbados Fisherfolk Festival, fisherfolk will share their experiences and knowledge on being actively involved in building the blue and green economy of Barbados. On the international scene, relations between the European Union and Israel took a nosedive on the eve of the diplomatic recognition of a Palestinian state by EU members Ireland and Spain, with Madrid suggesting sanctions should be considered against Israel for its continued attacks in the southern Gaza city of Rafah. Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz told Spain that its consulate in Jerusalem would not be allowed to help Palestinians. At the same time, the EU's foreign policy chief Josep Borrell, a Spaniard, threw his full weight to support the International Criminal Court, whose prosecutor is seeking an arrest warrant against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and others, including the leaders of Hamas. Even though the EU and its member nations have been steadfast in condemning the October 7th Hamas-led attack, in which militants stormed across the Gaza border into Israel, killing 1,200 people and taking some 250 hostage, the bloc has been equally critical of Israel's ensuing offensive that has killed more than 35,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry. Finally, in sports, 2 national track and field records were broken over the weekend in Jamaica and the United States. Earl Simmons set a new mark in the men's 100-meter after he ran 10:13 to place second at the JAA's All Corners meet at the National Stadium in Jamaica on Saturday, May 25th. He eclipsed Joel Maskell's 1998 10:17 record. Odisha Nanton continued her fine form in the women's 400-meter hurdles this season when she placed second at the NCAA Division II National Championships in 57:62. This is the second time this season she has broken the record, having done so earlier when she ran 58:82. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
Your vision is our mission at Quartz Optical. Get 30% off frames and lenses, plus free eye test for all throughout Healthy Vision Month. Get that frame today and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Your sight is our mission. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Special conditions apply.